Sick.
Cool. All right. Now that the technical difficulty is solved. All right, guys, welcome to Menos. It's a brutal world of obsidian blades and crimson sorcery. The great continent of Kenor is a jungle-covered land where great beasts roam. It's primarily dominated by the Saurians, a multi-species group of lizard/beast-person hybrid. Their great cities, made of impossibly precise masonry, beautiful pastel colors, and crackling arcane technology, stand in stark contrast to the savagery the rest of the world experiences. Yet there's beauty and even sophistication amongst those less magically adept. An age of peace has been given away to dark events. A prophecy given, a dragon star fallen, the undead hordes amassing, and the first cold in memory. To say nothing of the recent regicide. The writ of conscription has been evoked, and whether by accident, blood pact, but whether by the ancient blood pact that ties most of Kenor to the services of the Saurians, or your own volitions, our story begins. All right, guys, go ahead and everybody roll me a d20.
Let's go, baby! 2.
Before we
Oh.
continue,
10, baby, let's go.
10, okay.
13.
13.
before we continue,
I'm not.
okay,
We
sorry.
knew that. It's okay.
What's new?
I was doing recording stuff. All of a sudden, I heard my voice, and I still had the other recording playing like in my media player. So, and I didn't notice because it was silent because it wasn't recording any. But then all of a sudden, I heard my voice say, "Before we continue," and I'm like, "The fuck is happening?" Okay.
The schizophrenia is setting in.
I rolled a 7.
A 7. All right.
Yup.
So Kyle is the highest.
Wow, we
Hey,
rolled
roll a
great.
13.
I rolled 13, yeah.
13,
I don't remember
my
what
bad.
Kyle rolled.
I
It's a
rolled
10.
a 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, so I was halfway across the room. I'm surprised my mic picked that up.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. All right. We phase out on the grand city of Menos. It's giant ziggurats, multiple fortresses, and bustling bazaars. And down we go to the Silver Gates, a less than reputable area, despite its name, where shacks are kind of thrown haphazardly together, wooden planks, stone, and maybe a tarp if families are so inclined. Walking down the middle of a rat-infested, shit-covered street is a figure in a hood, glowering at the amount of gold in his hand for a job that didn't quite pay as much as he thought. Nathan Osgard, can you please introduce your character, please?
Yeah, so you see a like 5'11", pale red tiefling. Right now his hood is up. You see the image that's in the announcements for general, wherever it is. So that's a pretty good showing of who he is. Yeah, crossbow in the back, as well as a great sword and a dagger on his side. And he has a black goatee, like black facial hair that's kind of trimmed, but you can see streaks of white popping out from his hood just a little bit. And he has like specific holes in his hood so that his horns can pop out. He has 4 horns on his head.
Hell yeah.
All right. And Nathan, your character's name?
Oh, I was gonna say it when I actually like talk to them, but
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's fine. We can save it. All right. Glowering at the amount of gold in your hand, you count 10 copper and 1 silver. The job to exercise the mansion had been supposedly to pay 5 gold pieces, but upon telling the residents of the mansion that it wasn't haunted and merely giant, about dog-sized rats that were, causing all the sounds in the walls and the creaking, they didn't feel the need to pay you as much. And unfortunately, being a family of Saurians, they didn't have to pay you as much. Leaving the Silver Gates, you start going towards Moonstone Harbor. There have been a couple of flyers for odd jobs, but the proving grounds are today. One of the lords, Lord Artie Aussie, is holding open tryouts for his Adventurers Guild. Now, you know, the entire city is abuzz. Multiple lords have these proving grounds, and the Brachioses, the Aussies, the Anklos, all these great families pulling all these adventurers and all these people through the rite of conscription, or people just seeking their fortunes to come fight, compete. Um, Not everything's a fight. Some are shows of strength, wit. Um, but by and large, the city is a buzz. It almost feels like festival season, which is weird because you're in the height of summer and there's not a festival to be had. Um, what is going through your mind as you're walking down these kind of like clustered, cloistered streets?
Yeah, I I guess like as I'm walking through, I'm just kind of like saying out loud, like whispering to myself, like, I can't believe I'm about to stoop this low. And like I'm used to like being in crowded areas. Times have not served me well, as you can kind of see by my garb. It's somewhat dirty and a little bit ragged. My weapons aren't looking the best. So I don't look like I'm not really fitting in right now. Like I look as ragged as them. Maybe just with maybe with just a tire that's a little bit more than the surroundings, but still like it's degraded.
Nathan, give me a perception check, please, as you're walking down the street.
First roll.
Let's
See
go.
how it goes.
Natural 20. Oh
No
my
way.
drinks.
Okay, not a bad way
Mason,
to
you're
start it, guys.
fucked.
Not a bad way to start it.
Entire campaign is ours now.
Nathan,
Each
as your
one.
character is walking down the street, in your line of work, it pays to be knowledgeable. It pays to understand how things work. As you're walking down the street, your boots clipping along the cobbles, you hear what some might brush off as a carriage or maybe just some benign sounds of the city. You hear giant wing beats, and looking up in the far sky, you see a fairly large-sized bird. And as that bird kind of angles itself, you see something large on its back. Um, Once again, where the average citizen might not necessarily assume um, what was going on, you know these birds. This particular bird is a giant quetzal, a pterodon the size of a Boeing 747 with a fortress on its
Jeez.
back that carries the Praetorian Guard, the Empress's
Guard.
personal bodyguard, made of mages, sorcerers, and fighters. These movable fortresses patrol the city, and there's no less than 4 of them, but nobody's quite sure how many there are.
Okay. Is
Mhm.
is this like a entrance like very unique and kind of like, oh shit, what's about to go down? Or is this like, oh, we see this all the time?
No, no, you don't see this all the time. The Silver Gates are slums.
Yeah.
There's nothing of any value here. There's really only a couple notable families. Additionally, with the troop presence that's already in the capital, it's weird that the Praetorians would be mobilized, let alone in daylight. So,
Is there anything in particular that I saw because of my nat 20, or were they like really far away, or I wouldn't
Fair-
hear it?
fairly far away. Like, it looks like, when you look up and you're like, oh, it's an eagle.
Okay.
That's about the size of this
Mhm.
thing. So it's
Is-
super high up patrolling,
And is it landing or is it's patrolling?
just patrolling.
Okay, gotcha. Is it going in the direction that I'm going?
Roughly.
And I'm pretty sure you said, am I going towards the Adventurers Guild right now?
Yep. So
Is
you're
that what you
headed
said was
toward
happening?
you're headed towards Moonstone Harbor, which
Moonstone
is
Harbor. Okay.
where the proving grounds of the Aussies is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you start making your way that way. All right, Kyle, I think you rolled a 10, right?
Yes. That's
All
correct.
right. Sounds good. Breaking from the silver gates, we go down. Not terribly deep, maybe about 100, 150 feet deep, past the first levels of the great sewers of Menos and into the subterranean caves that span deep, deep into the city. In the middle of a fighting pit, two figures clash and brawl. One massive, hairy, arms weirdly long, almost touching the ground, giant spear in hand. All around, people are cheering. Goblins, saurians, humans, elves, dwarves, as these two combatants clash and fight. The one with the spear lunges wildly at the figure that you can't quite see. Kyle, can you please describe your character, please?
Yeah, so the other combatant in this arena is an approximately 6'5" Goliath, um, lightish gray skin, tattoos of different animals kind of running all over his body on like the exposed parts that you can see. He has a great axe in his hands. He looks fucking pissed. He's not very happy with the person that he's fighting. You also see just kind of like bits of different animal fur and other things adorning his more simple clothes.
All right. Kyle, the bugbear lashes wildly at you with the spear. Um, just barely missing. He's bleeding and pretty bloody. Roll an attack for me.
Oh, sweet. uh, Mason, does a 27 hit him?
Oh, a 27 sure hits you, Kyle. How would you like to do it?
I love that's the first tackle. I just bring just very cleanly this giant great axe right into the middle of his head and just split his skull in two.
Typically in the fighting pits, killing is kind of frowned upon, but the crowd goes wild, Kyle. Just uproarious, bloody. The two of you have been fighting for over about 30, 45 minutes, which is an eternity.
Jesus.
And they're very happy to see the conclusion of the fight. Kind of as the fight's wrapping up, the bugbear's body's kind of being drug away. Would you like to retrieve your axe? I'm assuming.
Well, yeah.
Okay, you take your axe back. The brain matter and head kind of splits even further. You see a couple of the attendants kind of like wince, like, oh, that's going to be a lot to clean up. Your handler Soren comes up to you. He's kind of like an old gray goblin. He just kind of looks at you and he's like, "Well, kid, fucking did it again."
I was kind of getting annoyed with how long that fight was taking. I figured I'd make it interesting for everyone.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know what I tell you, you can't kill him the first 30 seconds, and the longer you draw it out, the more bets come in and the more money you make. Not great because they were betting 5-1 you win. So
I mean, what else would I expect? You know,
he hands you 2 gold pieces and he's like, "You're cut. Scheduling you for another fight?"
Sure. I might have some other business to attend to, but I'll take another fight.
All right. He kind of like starts scribbling down with a quill. He'll just kind of like wave his hand and be like, "I'll be in touch in the normal way."
Sounds good.
All right. Kyle, you make your way out of the trenches. The not so fond name of the series of fighting pits, brothels, and fairly ne'er-do-well businesses that make up this part of the caverns underneath the city. And you go up to the upper city, find yourself pretty near Moonstone Harbor, where you need to be. Usually, you probably wouldn't care where a fight would take you, but today you knew between the fight timing and where you needed to be about noon, it was going to be close. Okay.
Sorry.
Is there anything going through your head as you start walking towards the Moonstone Harbor?
Not really. No, I'm just kind of
Okay.
making my way.
Head empty, no thoughts. I like it. Roll me a perception check on your way.
Okay. 19.
19. As you're walking, you notice an elevated presence of guards. You don't notice the Praetorian, but you do notice the guards are more heavily armored than they normally would be. Menos and Kenor are tropical heat pretty much always, wearing heavy armor, cloaks, wearing your full spears and swords. It gets hot. And so typically the fucking guards around here do not wear it. They usually wear half plates, half breastplates, maybe leather armor, and some of the looser or almost less fitting clothing that's very popular nowadays. But as you're walking towards Moonstone, you notice full armor, half plate, split plate, a couple of captains wearing full plate, full regalia, full swords, full spears, full weaponry, and it's almost noon, which is not when the guards would normally be wearing this shit. They'd usually be doffing stuff right now.
Okay, I'm probably just try to keep my head down and just move along and not try to get noticed really.
Sure.
Even though I'm carrying a bloody fucking axe, but
Sure. Not necessarily the most strange thing that is seen in the city. A couple of guards kind of look at you, nod, and kind of look away. Usually you clean your axe before coming back up. Kind of slipped your mind, really. And it's weird that nobody's stopping you or calling you out on it. But, fuck it. Not your problem. Alrighty. Kyle, you make your way to Moonstone. Alrighty, who got the next highest roll?
Chelsea.
All right. All right. Sorry, I misclicked.
It's all good. I was just making sure because I have to, when I was muting my mic, I have to mute it in Discord, but I also have to mute it in Streamlabs
Oh, yeah.
to make, because otherwise it'll still pick up because it's recording separately from Discord. So it's like, wanted to make sure I unmuted that. But we're good.
Alrighty. In a slightly more upscale part of town, very near Silvergate, but not quite. There are a series of fairly nice single-story houses. A very well-to-do merchant area. It's actually near one of the great bazaars of the city. Tucked in a small house with cute siding, very well kept, a couple of little box plants out front, is a woman sitting inside her house, just writing. Nothing too crazy. Chelsea, would you introduce your character for me, please?
Yeah, so my character, if you look at, I sent a couple pictures. I did Hero Forge, but then I also found like some artwork. But she is human, pretty pale, and dark hair with like just a tint of purple, maybe towards the end. And she has dark cloaks as well, with a hood to make it easy to kind of to not stand out, right? Not so like dark and mysterious that she sticks out like a sore thumb, but enough to be able to be pretty conspicuous. So, yeah.
Pretty not shockingly, there's a rapping at the door.
A little annoyed, but I'll go up and I'll set my stuff down and set my quill down and go see who's there. Maybe take a quick kind of peek out the window before opening the
Sure.
door. But
It's Lyra. She's there with your meal.
oh, okay, perfect. Yeah,
Um,
I'll just,
You open
yeah.
the door. It's a little wood elf girl in kind of tight fitting skirt and shirt. Very minimal clothing in the heat of the noonday. And she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Hey B, brought your food.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, also the usual guy said to give you this too." And she hands you a letter.
All
And
right.
she'll kind of hold out her hand for her couple of coppers she's supposed to get. You've already budgeted for today, so you give it to her, and
Oh, yeah.
off she scrams. You do notice the letter in your hand has a different insignia in the wax than is normally said.
Alrighty. Well, I'll probably open it up and see what it says.
On its face value, not too much. It actually doesn't look like anything other than kind of a list. It might even be groceries. Give me an insight check.
Hmm. That will be a 14.
14. Pretty simple cipher. It's one you've used before. All it says is essentially the Aussies are having their proving ground today. It's at noon. Might be worth your time to check it out. And then there is a monetary reward of 5 gold.
Nice. Is that that's the group that I've been kind of checking out, right?
Correct.
I go, okay.
Seems like somebody is nudging you a little further towards it.
Okay.
If you haven't already made up your mind.
Yeah, did I recognize the fact that it's a different symbol on the seal? Do I recognize it at all? Have I seen it anywhere else?
It's not unstrange for you not to recognize a sigil.
Okay.
With your 14 insight check, you notice that the sigil is that of a little dove with a sickle in its talons.
Okay.
Without thinking too hard, a sickle is Galen's usual mark. Seems like he might have made his way up to a higher echelon of society and is just kind of using a new sigil.
Got it. Alrighty. Well, and so what time is it now? Like, would it then be time for me to probably, like, after my meal, just go and make my way over?
Pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, other than that, I'll take my time eating if I can, but then I'll head on out.
You might have to rush just a little bit, but not too much. You still get to enjoy the bread and the cheese and the meat. It's a pretty simple meal, but it is nice that Lyra brings you it regularly. But yeah, you're able to eat up and head to Moonstone.
Perfect.
All right. And Brandon, you're my last one, right?
Yes.
All right. So now we've gone to the Silver Gates. We've gone to V's house. We've seen the trenches, diving deeper under the subterranean sewers, under the trenches, and burrowing far, far into the ground. Lights begin to appear as a sprawling metropolis of stone and metal lies far, far beneath the city of Menos. Bustling along the streets are many small folk, kobolds, goblins, dwarves, all moving in this city that is clamorous, cantankerous, bridges, arches, and just overall a sense of bustling invention Where Meadows stands as an arcane beacon, this city stands as a technological achievement. Bridges move on pivot points this way and that as people cross. There's great doors moving seemingly on their own. And in the heart of the city, probably the second level, in a workshop, cussing and looking a little dejected. Brandon, can you please describe your character?
So what you see is a like 4'3" ish kobold. Has a like light orange tint to his skin, wearing a large like leather welding coat, along with a set of goggles that he has on that has different lenses to protect his eyes depending on what he is using and doing. The biggest notable feature about him is his entirely metallic right hand. And I think I would probably be refining my revolver for not the last time, but just quick little tune up just to make sure everything's running well.
Absolutely. The revolver is perfect. It's your hand actually that's causing a little bit of problem today.
Wonderful. Sick.
Sometimes it can just be a little clunky, and especially as you're trying to tune the revolver and make sure everything is perfect, precise, the timing is correct. It's just not quite as good as the original thing. It has a tendency to twitch. Honestly.
Yes.
As you're kind of sitting there, suddenly there's a big clasp on your back, and turning around, you see a pretty stout hill dwarf standing there and being like, how's the hand?
Oh, well, it twitches still. Like I said.
Nah. You gotta be using it wrong. I tuned that up the other day. It's perfect.
Yes, you tuned it up the other day, so it is not perfect.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is it attached to you? Because it's attached to me.
Well, I'd like to think all of my creations are kind of a part of me. So yeah, a little bit of me on you there. Oh wait, that's a little weird.
I didn't like that. Never say that again.
Yeah, no, I immediately regret that. He kind of like digs around a little sack for a second. He goes, here you go. You're going up top today, right?
Yes.
Okay. I made you food. And he hands you just a giant thing of bread. It's just like a giant oval of bread.
Nice.
Looks a little burnt. Kind of burnt. And not terribly appealing.
I'll take off my hat. And I guess I didn't run this by you. Can my hat be my bag of holding?
That's fine.
Okay. I'll stick the bread into my hat.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, don't forget this. Still kind of going in the bag, he hands you a very nice bottle of Dwarven Ale.
I will take that and put it into my backpack, not the bag of holding.
He goes, well balanced breakfast for you.
Yes.
Brandon, you know this guy's name is Rive. He's your mentor. Good guy. He runs this Inventors Guild. And by and large, he's been your main point of contact.
You said, is it Rive?
Rive. R-I-V.
Just Rive? Okay.
Yeah. R-I-V-I. R-I-V-E, excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, I know the expedition didn't go how you might wanted it to, but I believe in you, kid.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, you'll see me soon. If you don't, that means something probably happened. So, wish me luck.
Absolutely. Watch out for the gators in the sewers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they got a couple goblins the other week. Bad deal.
Yeah, they're
Like, honest to God, 40-foot alligators in the sewers, and nobody's doing a thing about it.
Yes. Who wants to deal with 40-foot alligators? Do you want to deal with
Well-
40-foot alligators? Because I don't.
Well, no. I make things. You know that. I'm not much of the fighty type.
Really? Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Good talk. This is weird now, right?
Yeah, it's just too
I've
much.
overstayed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to work.
Okay. Me too.
I thought you were leaving.
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, because you don't have a job anymore.
Yes, because I don't have a job anymore. Thank you for
Oh,
reminding me.
oh.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm leaving. I'm
Okay.
going.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
He kind of like goes 5 feet and then he kind of turns around. He's like, so actually, this is my workshop.
Okay. I'll leave. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really make sense for me to leave.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I'll leave.
Yeah.
When two negative charismas talk to each other. So I'll start heading up top.
Sure. Brandon, you start kind of heading up top. You make your way up some giant stairs to the express rail. You saved a little money for it. It's a giant elevator that goes about 600 feet up and takes you just to the baseline of the sewers. So one of the many, many hidden entrances
Mhm.
to the City of Shadows.
Okay.
Get up to it. The elevator opens. Just it's about 8 feet tall. It's made to accommodate some of the bigger folks. So as you step into it, it's a little intimidating. The goblin elevator attendant kind of looks at you and he goes, nods stoically, and closes the gate behind you and presses a button and just kind of
Mhm.
stands there as you.
I will say absolutely nothing.
And he will say absolutely nothing to you. His tiny
Perfect.
little cap and his perfectly little pressed uniform just sitting there. It's about a 10-minute journey. So
And I will say absolutely nothing.
dead silence the entire
Yes. Yep.
time. You make it up.
Could be.
The little goblin snaps down a little periscope and he just kind of, coast is clear. You can go whenever.
Thank you.
Man,
I will take out the loaf of bread out of my hat and I will give him the bread.
very good, sir.
Yes.
He just kind of stands there holding the loaf of bread.
And I will then exit the elevator.
All right. As you exit the elevator, actually what happens is the ceiling of the elevator opens and your half of the elevator starts rising to the ceiling, leaving the goblins half down.
Yep.
You rise all the way to the top, it closes. There's kind of like an airlock effect. And then you see that receding, the elevator goes down, the platform goes down, and you're standing on a grate in the middle of a giant sewer system. There is a ladder directly ahead of you, and of
Okay.
course, a sewer grate that you can just pop
I will
off.
head
again.
on up.
All right, up you go. Pop the grate.
I'll
You-
have because Steel Defender's sitting in my backpack, so he'll climb up my shoulder and look out the grate before me and make sure it's clear, and then he'll hop back in my backpack and I'll.
Sure. The
I'll
little.
enter.
Do you want to describe Steel Defender?
So my Steel Defender is like a about yay big badger made of bronze. That's it. He's just purely made of same material that my hand's made out of.
All right.
Mhm.
A badger, kind of the deep color of bronze honey, pokes his little head out. Clear the grate, easily done. This grate doesn't feel like the heavy steel it probably should be. It most likely is aluminum, just to make life easier for the
Mhm.
people who are coming in and out of it. Pop it. It takes you to a dirty alleyway. You see a hobo, kind of a human, your raggedy clothes, just kind of look at you and be like, "Hey."
Hello, and I'll replace the grate.
Uh,
You know, there's some big alligators down there. You should be careful.
yeah. It's okay. He holds up a little onyx coin He's one of the humans who knows about the City of Shadows.
Okay.
As you kind of start walking past him, he'll pile a little trash on the grate, and just to make it kind of look shitty, and goes
Yeah.
back into its.
Nice. Okay. Well, I will head to. I already forgot what it was called.
Moon
Something.
Moon Harbor. Yep.
Moon Harbor. Yes,
Alright.
that's the place I'm going to.
All right. As the group kind of individually makes their way towards Moon Harbor, noon coming dangerously close. Just kind of like some of you already experienced, the city is an uproar. There's festivities, there's food, there's people drinking, people partying. This largely is because the decree a couple of weeks ago about the Blood Pact. Now, the Blood Pact is a nasty little bit of blood magic that enslaves all the lesser species of the continent to servitude. Luckily, most of you folks are part of the free races, people who the Blood Pact doesn't directly affect. But for those people the Blood Pact does affect, essentially what it does is it slowly kills the people they love and their blood ties, their family, and saps the life from them to make people who have the mark stronger and drive them away from their families. Essentially, what this used to be used for was raising armies and compelling forced labor to build the great ziggurats, to build the great fortresses of the families. But it hadn't been used in the last 200 years, so it's really weird that it's being used. And it's not everybody who suffers from the Blood Pact, it's just those with strength. So 90% of the population who has the mark, it's not affecting unless it's affecting in the negative. The 10% that do have the mark, they're being driven essentially towards the city. But it's not something that's happened in centuries. People are excited. Additionally,
That's
All
Chelsea
right.
ferociously typing.
Sorry,
okay,
I forgot to mute myself again.
So loud.
Hey, you wanted me to be the note taker, bitches. So you better deal with
we,
it.
we want you to be the note taker, not the noisemaker. So
additionally, the Proving Grounds, it's well known that adventuring hasn't been a thing for about 300 years because there's been no need for adventurers. The continent's been at peace. There hasn't been any great monsters to slay. There haven't been any great cataclysms, and therefore the profession has largely dried up. So, not only is it these people with the mark of conscription, it's people looking to make their fortunes that have all flocked to Menos from the various tribes, from the outlying cities that the other lords control. Just Menos is currently the hub. Additionally, there is in the High City of Exaltine, there's some pilgrimages going on for the pious believers in this civilization, but that's being largely overshadowed by this kind of festive and gamey air that permeates the entire city. As you push your way to Moon Harbor, those of you who have gone through the city, Chelsea, Kyle, Nathan, not so much you, Brandon. Your characters have witnessed some of the other lords' proving grounds, giant coliseums or gilded circus tents, these beautiful displays of wealth and power, and basically bringing all these conscripted and all these mercenaries to their essentially guild. But what greets you at Moon Harbor is not that. What greets you at Moon Harbor is a 5-foot wooden plank fence with a little raised dais in the middle of it, and a bunch of people, about 20, 30 people, kind of milling around, looking unsure about what the fuck is happening here. In the middle of it, you see a young Saurian boy. This boy, probably no older than 18, 20. He's kind of got the remnants of scales, but not full scales. He's wearing noble-ish clothes, a very nice blue tunic that's kind of cut off at the sleeves, kind of reveal gangly just at the end of teenage arms, thin legs, and a set of spectacles nervously perched on his nose that he keeps like touching and making sure they're fucking there. The most notable thing about this boy is a shock of feathers that runs directly down the middle of his head. Multicolored blues, pinks, greens, almost kind of like that of peacocks, forming just a little mohawk on his head as he is just kind of sitting there. He's quietly clapping. He's like, "Yes, yes, thank you for coming. I'm really happy you're here. I'm honored you're here. It's good to have you." Um, just kind of looking around. The rest of the crowd is kind of brigandy, kind of, there's some people who look a little distinguished, but by and large, it looks like a lot of thugs. Um, and if anybody wants to give me an insight check on the boy, he's kind of like looking into the small crowd that's gathered.
If any of us, are we all in the same
Yep.
spot?
You're all kind of in this crowd, like
Okay.
I
23.
will absolutely
I'll
insight
say,
check.
why not? You know?
yeah.
You
So
said
I should
perception.
Insight.
insight.
That would be
Oh, maybe you should
23.
You should make a
Twinsies.
rules channel, like if you
A
make a
roll-
text channel where we can just type rules,
Oh,
so
that'd be
we
a
don't
really
have
good
to like,
idea.
talk over each other.
That is a really good
Okay.
idea.
That's actually excellent.
I spelled roll wrong.
No, Nathan. No, I didn't. I spelled a different kind of roll.
What is this? Critical role?
I mean, God, I hope so. No.
Wow, imagine not getting in the 20s.
Hey, I have a really high wisdom score, but I rolled a fucking 10.
Let's go.
Okay. So highest roll is a 23.
Yes.
Okay. So Chelsea V notices you all kind of notice that this boy is a little uncomfortable, a little nervous. It is kind of interesting because there's this 5-foot circular kind of like cobbled together fence. These 20 to 30 brigands are in the center of it. And then there's a crowd of people on the outside of the fence. They're kind of looking in, like, wondering what's going on. Chelsea, with the 23, you're looking around, and the people on the outside of the fence are kind of the hopefuls, the people who maybe want to join this guild. And it's like 10 to 15 people. Considering the amount of people you need to be in a guild, not a great turnout. The people in the center, kind of circling around this dais, kind of these grizzled, like, thuggish looking mercenaries, probably there as the proving ground test. The boy in the middle is very fucking uncomfortable. He does not want to be there. It does not seem like any of this was his idea, and he really just is kind of like trying to make it as good as he can, but fuck, he doesn't want to be here. He's very nervous. And you also notice he is unarmed, and all these brigands standing around him are armed with clubs, daggers, knives, slings. It's just a very odd place for a Saurian who looks of noble blood to be standing.
So, like, does it look like these thugs are, like, intimidating, like, wanting to go after him, or what?
Sure.
Like,
so
what?
with the 23 insight check rather, it looks like these thugs are thinking about robbing this guy, but something is stopping them. Like maybe there's some prearranged agreement.
Are they all? Because I got a 23 as well. Are they all marked? Do they all have the?
They do all have the mark of conscription clear on their neck.
Again, meaning that they're like kind of slaves, like kind of dying off.
Yeah, so they are slaves. Their lives are no longer their own. Yeah.
Yep. That's all I need to know. Continue.
Yeah. essentially, if you think of like the Saurian civilization as Spartans, pretty much the conscripted are Helots, whereas everybody else who exists in the city are kind of like free people. You're not a Spartan, you're not a Saurian, but you're free. But once you have the mark of conscription, you're more of a Helot. Like, yes, you still have free will, you can still go places, but you're going to be told what to do and expected to do it. You are, in effect, a slave. So they're kind of standing there, and this boy kind of claps his hands and is like, "Ah, yeah, is this everybody? Oh God, please don't be everybody. I mean, welcome. I'm very happy to have you all here." He kind of struggles to project, despite the fence not being a very large area and this crowd of people not being very large. It doesn't seem like he's done much public speaking. He'll just gonna be like, I'm Artie. I am Arthurius Asi. My friends call me Artie. You're not my friends. Right. Wasn't supposed to say that. Anyway, welcome to the Aussie Proving Ground. I know you're all excited to be here. God, please be excited to be here. Yes. Who wants to go first? And he kind of looks nervously at the brigands, everyone in there. You see a massive dude who looks like he's made of stone, almost a golem looking guy, kind of like look around confused and just walk through the fucking wooden fence. And Artie's like, yes, excellent. And a couple of brigands will square off against him, and he'll kind of regain a little bit of composure and be like, the proving ground is simple. These men are conscripted to fight, and we will be breaking you off into groups and fighting these men. Please don't kill them. They are my servants. But questions, comments, major moral dilemmas.
I have a question for DM.
Yes.
Is this kind of like these proving grounds? There's a bunch of different ones, and that eventually we'll get to one big one, or is everything just separate?
So that's a great question. So everything's pretty separate. The advantage of the Aussie Proving Ground is the Aussies aren't asking many questions about the people who come. The rest of the Proving Grounds, you have sorcerers, wizards using True Sight to divine people's identities. You have people checking for the mark of conscription. You have a lot of barriers and a lot of security to get into these guilds, whereas the Aussies aren't asking these questions and aren't doing
Gotcha.
this.
So I will walk up. This is my only option. Okay. Has anyone else volunteered to go first?
No, but as you kind of do that, you notice several people are kind of grouping up, and Artie is numbering people off and being like, you together, you together, you together. It doesn't seem like you're gonna be it doesn't seem like you're gonna be fighting these brigands together, or separately rather. Artie kind of cordons things off, and you guys end up together.
Eat. Wow.
Yes,
crazy,
I know.
Ethan.
This is a shocking turn of events. I know.
I would like
The
to make it
party
clear.
ends up together.
I would like to make it clear that when he said that he hopes people are excited to be here, Vina does not look enthused. She's got
yeah.
her foot up.
No
I just
shit.
want to say that Calgus looks fucking jacked.
Corinne
He's-
heard a fight and he's ready to fucking go.
Calgus is ecstatic. He knows like this is like the one spot he gets, and he's like, I'm fucking doing this. And he is legitimately like, there's no hiding what's on his face. He's legitimately so fucking excited for this.
If AirPods and emo music existed,
It would be happening.
she would put
What a
up.
fucking way to say that.
Here we are. It's what's happening.
We all know exactly what Chelsea means.
No, like it was a very good way to explain your feelings.
My character is like fairly similar to that response. Like I'm not really. I'm barely even looking at you guys.
I'm real jazzed. Like, if Jazz Hands were a person, it's me. Currently.
Artie notices you, Brandon, and he notices a couple other people in the crowd. I actually look genuinely excited. There's a tabaxi that looks like he's just ready to go. The giant stone golem is just like standing surrounded by like 10 dudes just cracking its neck, granite boulders that make up its body just kind of crunching as it moves. That thing's about 10 feet tall. But yeah.
And I'm sorry, what was Artie? I'm gonna go up to Artie. I'm gonna call him Artie.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Hey
is-
Artie.
Oh,
So you said that we cannot kill these people.
I would prefer you didn't.
What if I cannot guarantee that?
I would prefer you didn't.
I will do my best.
We roll non-lethal with guns.
I have gun.
Breathing technique. Gun.
Gun.
Exactly.
As you look around, there are actually several people who are healers, kind of milling around the outsides. It seems like there are precautions in place to make sure people don't die, but it's pretty light. Like it's real light, probably
Nice.
lighter than it should be.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Alright.
go 2-3.
Mhm.
All right, guys. We got this. Team.
What do we have?
right?
Brandon, how tall is
Sure.
your character?
I am like 4'3". I am a fucking.
Yes.
I am tiny,
Okay.
and I'm speaking up to you guys.
Uh-huh.
Karen's gonna be like, "Yes, little one, I'm also ready for this fight." As he's like fucking like rubbing his hands together.
See, that's the energy I need. And I'm just gonna point at you two. Like,
Let's just get this over with. Sooner I
Close
can be
enough.
out of here, the better.
Close enough.
close enough.
I'm gonna.
Alright.
My character is gonna go. How do we have each other's backs? What can you do?
I'm gonna slap my bag, and my seal defender's gonna pop up, and like his head's gonna be like behind mine.
I love it. I love it so much.
And it's like, I've got my back.
Oh.
And
I'm just imagining a thud, thud, and then just like
And it
clambering up.
scurries up.
Yeah.
And he's got bright blue eyes that just kind of stare at you.
It's a little difficult for Bina to keep a straight face, seeing the cute little steel defender. By the way,
A badger.
that might kind of break her a little bit.
I'm gonna go, ma'am. Which position will you take?
I can do damage from afar.
And how about you, Kyle?
Oh, I was like, what are you talking to here?
Well, we don't know your name, do we?
Giant. We don't know anybody's name. None of us. have
We
said
know.
it.
Oh yeah, not to each other. But
Yeah,
Her
like,
name,
in
yeah.
character haven't said names.
But I haven't
Yeah.
said my name in anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kara's just gonna go, well, I'm in the front, obviously.
Clearly.
And I'm just gonna draw my big old crossbow from my back and notch a bolt and say, "I'll keep an eye on you."
Oh,
Alrighty.
I'm
For
ready.
the first
I-
time in a yeah.
I have one request.
Yes.
When we're about to go, I would like to cast heroism on Kyle's character.
That's go ahead and give him that
Since-
effect.
Since I know a fight is coming, can I wild shape now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna wild shape now.
And
All of a sudden, this very large, well, I guess like not like super big, like this larger Goliath. You just see his body shape and molt, and some not pleasant sounds are happening as now there is a giant hyena standing in front of you.
In the middle of your transformation, as you're doing that, I'm gonna fucking kick you away to like. Are we in like an elevator or something? Where are we?
So you are just on like a dirt floor. It's about so this fence.
Is
It's
it a
like
small
5.
space?
Oh, it's about like 200, 300 foot like
Oh,
fence,
okay.
but your area is about 100, like a third of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'm gonna out
I
of
don't like him,
shock,
Trophy.
out of
Oh, fair.
shock, I'm gonna fucking kick him away with one leg, and I'm gonna really ready it up, and I'm gonna be like,
That is terrifying. Yeah.
That's
A
fair.
man did transform into a fucking hyena.
I'm gonna go back the fuck up.
Guys,
I
we
can't
are
fucking
team.
speak, so I'm just gonna roar at you and then get ready to fight.
I'm gonna step in between.
I'm gonna go.
Please.
Not
Please.
not to fight you, but to get ready to fight whatever.
I'm gonna go.
whoever's fucking
Christ,
coming
you
at
couldn't
us.
have. I'm gonna like somewhat lower my weapon and go. Christ, you couldn't have said you were a druid before.
Again, I can't speak.
I will touch the
I know,
hyena.
but you can
I'll touch the hyena and cast heroism.
heroic hyena.
Okay.
I also
so you get
I just also want to say Cal accomplished nothing there because where Nathan would be standing to level his crossbow at a giant hyena would be way over here.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I felt safe stepping in between.
I wouldn't be able to kick him again. That's really all you're doing.
So Kyle, are you a willing
all.
creature? Are you a willing creature? Okay.
Yeah.
Until the spell ends, you're immune to being frightened and gain 4 temporary hit points.
Yes. Give me. Oh, I need to get.
At the
I need to
start
be
of
fucking-
each of your turns, you'll go back up to 4 temporary hit points. So if
Okay.
you lose them, it keeps going back up.
Okay.
Dude, that's sick.
God damn, dude.
And
Let's
then
go.
when the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points, or if you go unconscious, you cannot gain them again.
How long does it last? In?
It's a minute spell.
Okay. I need a new document to keep track of hit points for wild shapes.
Typically, temporary hit points don't stack.
Well, yeah, but it's
going
at the
back
start
up
of each of its
to
turn, it goes back up to
4.
4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's here, I'll read it out. Until the
Okay.
spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Okay, sound works.
So-
That works.
And so I've 19 intelligence, so it's +4.
Nice. All right.
Imagine only having +4 as your.
Imagine being an idiot and not having intelligence.
All right.
That was in character.
For the first time in a long time, please roll initiative.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh
Hmm.
man. I'm not used to playing a character that doesn't have like maxed out dexterity.
Yeah, I don't have +15 to initiative.
I can't move 200 miles per hour. Oh no.
My worst rolls are always initiative.
You
Like,
are always
same,
so
same with
bad at
heroes. So bad.
initiative.
God. Well, at least I'm backline.
Sure, our
All right.
frontliners gonna get there first.
Hey.
What? Oh, actually, we got a rolls channel for this.
Yes.
You made it.
You're the one who did this.
I was just saying.
D&D combat arena music. Oh, look at that. I love
Oh,
this
I don't
genre.
have music. Oh, well, but maybe I shouldn't, because I don't know how.
All
The
the
recording.
desktop
If
Oh,
it's-
how it
yeah.
will. I'll just hum music for you.
Oh, thanks. Perfect.
Actually, no,
I'll
I'll do
just
this. I'll do
sing
this. I'll do this.
No, it didn't pick it up.
That 100% did not come.
I know, because I only works at the front of my microphone, because that's how I set it up. God.
Okay. So squaring off, kind of breaking off from you, you see. You see 6 kind of like thuggish looking dudes and gals, and like not necessarily ratty clothing, but kind of like loose fitting, dirty stuff, some armor, not a lot of cohesion. But in the middle of you see this just incredibly jacked dude with a blue bandana and a massive club across his shoulder, and he'll just kind of look at you, spit, look at Artie, Artie's gonna hold up his hand and be like, 3, 2, and this guy just runs full speed at you before he finishes the countdown.
Based.
You guys did start at opposite ends of kind of this area, so you got about 50 feet between you and the bandits.
Said
But-
50, 50?
5-0.
Okay.
So this guy is going to use his movement. He's going to cover 30 feet. And as you're kind of sitting there, you just see him launch his club.
Hmm.
And it flies a lot more aerodynamically than it really has any right to.
Whom is this going at?
This is going at the giant hyena.
Checks
Yeah,
out.
that's fair.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
Once again, to set this club in a little more perspective, it looks like just kind of like half a tree. That just gets yeeted across the arena. And Kyle, it comes very close to your character, but doesn't make contact.
I need to know the roll because my AC is different for the giant hyena.
Oh, 13.
That'll hit.
Really?
Am
Oh,
I
it's
within?
Yeah.
Am I within
I'll hit.
5 feet of Kyle?
Sure, why not?
Wait. Can I do deflect attack with my steel defender?
Isn't
That's
deflect
free
attack
action.
only? Is it only for you, or can it be any ally?
The defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see. Oh, that's within 5 feet. Never mind. The attacking creature has to be within 5 feet.
Yeah. So
My mom's calling me 1 sec.
okay.
Maybe. So I cannot do that. Never mind. Ignore my ignorance.
It's all right. Somebody just make a note. Kyle is going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay, that's easy. 5.
What type of damage?
Bludgeoning.
He's not raging yet, so he'll actually only take 1 point of damage because he'll take 4 temp hit points and then.
It is going to be
The man who is gone's turn.
yeah, so that's wildly inconvenient. Kyle's gonna get his turn.
In a
Kyle's
bit.
gonna get his turn when we come back. All right. Not really too interested in their leader's brash charge. You see the 6 other bandits behind him just kind of shake their head and laugh, and you see slings come out of their pockets, and just the whirring of multiple slings start up.
Yikes.
Oh. Okay.
Don't like that face.
We'd love to hear that, yeah.
That's never a good time. I don't like that. No, 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 no.
Ready? Oh.
I'll deflect missile. Wait.
No one's talking, so I'm not muting myself typing.
No, that's
Shut the
fine.
fuck up. Your
I said
your
no words.
face said it all. So it's like 7 bandits, right? So 6 with slings and then 1 kind of like leader, right?
Yeah, and like they're more kind of mercenaries, but like they're banned.
Okay.
Okie doke. 2, 2, 2, 2. Yep.
I'm scared.
Alrighty. So you don't have to worry too much because
I have back apologies about that.
Take 5 damage.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're about to take a lot more. So
Yikers.
Did you just go past my turn? If you did, that's okay.
yeah, I
that's
did.
fine. That's fine.
We'll come back to it. Kyle, take 18 more points of damage as
Fuck.
one of these guys.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
One of the guys, as he is launching this sling stone at you, it just cracks you directly in your hyena temple. Even so, it looked like it surprised him. He was like, "Oh, fuck, that was pretty good."
Oh, since we
It
went
must
past
have
my
crit, I'm
turn,
assuming.
I would have popped rage.
Yep, that's fine.
So that's going to be 9 damage.
Perfect. And once I get these damage calculations out of the way, we'll come back to it.
Yep.
And then does an 11 hit you, Kyle?
No.
No. Cool. A second sling stone just kind of clatters to the ground into the dirt next to you. And you are A-okay. And then Chelsea, does a 12 hit you?
It just hits.
Oh,
Then
My
21.
AC is 12, right? We're doing the tie goes to roller, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how are we? Sorry, real quick. How are we doing crits this game? Double dice still?
Double dice. Chelsea takes 16 points of damage
What the
as
fuck?
2 sling stones connect with you.
What the fuck?
You got double hit.
You get double hit.
Okay.
how you doing, sorcerer?
On a scale of 1 to 25, I'm at about a 9.
On a scale of 1 to 20.
Nathan, does a 15 hit you?
You gotta be fucking kidding me. It's also tied.
Okay.
Guys,
you
I don't
looked
think we're
at
gonna
our
get the job. I
sheets.
don't think we're getting it.
The first one's
Let me
gonna hit.
cook.
The first one's gonna hit. The second one is gonna miss. Take
Okay.
4 points of damage.
Let cook.
As this just barrage of sling stones just come and just fucking hurt a lot more than they have any right to. It is going to be Kyle's turn.
So, like I said, I would have popped rage right away.
Yep.
Upon,
So you mitigate the damage. Yep.
Yep.
100%.
yep. And then, oh, what can I do as I? Okay, I'm gonna. Is a big dude like right in front of me, or do I gotta move still?
The big dude is still 20 feet away. His club is right next to you.
Oh, I'm gonna sprint 20 feet at this guy then and bite him.
Okay, do it.
Is an 18 going to hit him?
An 18 will hit him. Roll damage.
Perfect. 2d6. Ooh, it's a really good roll. Oh my god, there's so much shit I could look at. 11 plus 2. Okay, so 13 damage from that bite.
Nice. You do 13 damage. You just kind of clamp down on his arm. You see him kind of flex and glower at you, but he doesn't like what you just did.
Sucks for him.
I wouldn't like a hyena biting me either.
That is what I have.
Okay. Then the bandits, they go, but
Which
that
they
is
fucked us up.
over.
Well, you guys up, they didn't hit me, so.
Humble brag. Chelsea, it is your turn.
Let me unmute myself in the recording. I think I am going to cast Mind Sliver on the main dude.
Okay.
And so he has to, right, because he's within 60 feet of me, right? Because they were 50 feet away, right?
Yep.
So he has to make an intelligence saving throw. DC is 15.
He makes it.
Fuck! I hate that. Boo.
Chelsea, you go and you cast your mind sliver and you see it like kind of hit his head. And you just see this look of like blank rage and ferocity as this guy's like throwing this hyena around on his arm. it really just seems like he might be too stupid to take psychic damage. He rolled a nat 20.
Fuck that dude.
It might be too stupid to take psychic damage.
God damn it.
Based.
Well, then I'm honestly,
Holy fuck.
hang on, because that just pisses me off. I am going to.
Once again, he rolled a nat 20 on his wisdom save.
I know, but hang on. I am going to.
Does he
it's
take half damage on a
too-
succeed save, or is it just a
No, it's a cantrip, so it's
gotcha?
Yeah.
hit or suck.
I am going to then. Hang on. Because I'm so mad. Fuck it. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points
Fuck him.
to use quicken spell.
Mhm.
And I am then going to cast. Sorry, I'm trying to decide. How many darts is. Sorry. Oh, okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast magic missile as a frickin' bonus action using quicken spell.
Okay. You hitting the leader, or you hitting one of the cronies?
The leader, because I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed that
Fair.
my bullshit didn't work. Okay.
Base.
So I rolled a hit, correct? No, it's magic missile.
It just hits.
It
You
just
roll
hits.
damage.
That's right. It's been a while. Okay,
Been a
so
while.
long time. Okay, so the first one is 4.
Okay.
And then 2. And then max damage 5. So total of 11 damage.
Very nice.
Okay. That's
Um,
my turn.
you see your mind sliver is not effective. You kind of pick up your pace. You use your innate sorcerer ability to speed your spell up. You cast 3 bolts of magic missile. All 3 make good solid contact with this guy. And where your mind sliver didn't hit, this definitely found its purchase.
She feels a little better now.
Okay.
Okay.
It is going to be Brandon's turn.
So how far away am I from the guys in the back?
So the guys in the back, 50 feet, 5. You're about 55 feet away.
55 feet. I'll reach into a little pouch on my side. And it looks like a small, like, black ball. And I'll kind of crush it and throw it. And as it hits over the top of them, it starts to, like, pop and crackle. And I will cast Fairy Fire on the back group.
Okay.
So it's a 20-foot cube, so I don't know how many will be in that. And then they have to make a dexterity saving throw. DC
Let me get
14.
All right. So you're actually able to, by kind of maneuvering the cube just a little bit, you're able to get all 6 of them, but only 2 of them get fairy fired. The 2 on the very far ends.
Okay. Then I will. How
What
far
col-
am I?
What color do you want to glow, Brand?
A slight red.
Okay. Slight red. Very first person shooter enemy here outlined.
Yes. Yes. How far am I away from Kyle and the big bad guy?
So Kyle ran 20 feet. You're 5 feet, so you're about 25 feet from Kyle. Big bad guy occupies 30 feet.
He's 30 feet away from. So around 20 feet, and I will use my bonus action to Draconic Cry. You let out a cry at enemies within 10 feet of you until the start of your next turn. You and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against this enemy that could hear you. I can use this 2 times per long rest. There's no save. It just happens.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
And then after that, I will reach out my arm, and my Steel Defender will run off of my arm and jump onto Kyle's back, and then jump at the bandit. and attack him.
All right, roll for it.
So it is with advantage because
It's a
my
fine
Steel
try.
Defender is my ally. Steel Defender with a 22 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
He will take 10 force damage.
Nice. Sorry.
How dare you?
You all watch as this little kobold casts fairy fire in the back line, lights up two of the guys, rushes forward. His Steel Defender just kind of like coming off his shoulder. Kyle, it kind of like rides you for a second, lily pads, and just jumps at this fucking bandit's throat and just like tries to rip out this guy's throat. He kind of like, "Ah, fuck, and throws it back onto you, Kyle, but that fucking hurt him. He is not looking good. He is bloody.
I was watching to piss this guy off when Steel Defender bites his throat. I'm just gonna fucking hyena laugh as loud as I can.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay, so that's on wild shaped. Which stat block do I use for that?
The hyenas. It's the hyenas.
Okay, the
Yeah.
hyena does not have a specific.
Just
know
its
if hyenas-
charisma.
Yeah, just charisma roll. Yeah. Oh, is an 11 good enough, Mace?
It is not. You see this bandit kind of like grit his teeth and just kind of yells back like, and just kind of confirming it's like he got pretty fucked up by a lot of your hits. Just head empty, no thoughts. Like,
Nothing there.
Love it.
but he's not a berserker, Kyle. He's just not smart.
Yeah,
Had empty,
yeah.
no thoughts except when he's making a saving throw against my frickin' king.
I-
Well, no, it's because he
I-
was head empty, no thoughts
I
that he
need you to know
passed.
I wrote that quote in the session notes because it's so fucking good.
Which one?
The too stupid to take sight.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan, it is your turn.
Yeah. Is there any kind of like cover, or is this just like flat land in between us?
Technically the hyena is covered currently. Like that fight.
Absolutely.
That
Mhm.
fight is, if you kind of like finagle it, if you move 10 feet, you get full cover. And
Okay.
you can kind of like use the angles and like shoot your crossbow like all fucking John Wick style.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go right behind you, and I'm gonna rush up behind Kyle's character, and I am going to, with one hand, I'm gonna like move my bandana up over my nose, and then as I'm moving my hand down, I'm gonna cut my wrist a little bit, and the blood is gonna seep into my heavy crossbow. And I'm gonna aim at one of the two fuckers in the back that have been outlined by Brandon's character, and I'm gonna roll to hit.
Do it. Roll with advantage, please.
Yes.
That's
Nathan,
fucking
that was-
badass, dude.
Nathan, that was such a fucking Soldier 76 voice line, and I loved it.
Hey, wait, I'm right
Uh,
behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got a 25.
Very nice. 25 is more than enough to hit. Roll damage.
Okay. That. Oh. 10 on the D10, so that is 13
Ooh.
piercing damage. Oh,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
aiming at the bat guys, so they had advantage anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
13
all right,
damage.
So you only have one attack right now, right?
Yep. That's literally all
Okay.
I'm doing this
How,
combat.
how would you like to do it?
Yeah, I got
You're
I
not
got
supposed to
a
kill
nice.
them.
Oh, fuck.
He's dead.
Wait, I just realized I didn't need to do my Crimson Right. I actually didn't intend to. Whatever.
That's cool.
I didn't even
we-
add
we-
it to my bonus. I didn't add it to my
We can,
bonus.
we can
so,
retcon it if you want.
yeah. But I did it. Whatever. Yeah, aiming and too much out of instinct, right in the fucking heart.
Reaction.
Just kind of not thinking much about it, just setting into your natural way. You just loose this heavy crossbow bolt, and you all watch as this thing streaks and zips and just crushes into this bandit's heart, and like he goes flying 5 feet backwards and just laying dead in the fucking dirt. And you see You see the girl right next to him go, "Fucking Don!"
Oh no.
Um,
First homicide of the campaign.
Murder hobo.
you look you look to the center dais where Artie is sitting, and you can just see his face. Like he was very into the fighting, and you can just see the face of "oh fuck," but he doesn't say a word.
We did warn him. We did warn him.
It's true, I did. I
Yeah,
tried.
no, 100%, 100%.
That's my turn.
All right, very good. It is going to be the leader's turn now.
Okay.
Kyle, you see this guy unable to get to his club is gonna take a dagger from kind of his back pouch and just kind of come at you with it.
Okay.
I'll just say it now. Deflect attack by Steel Defender. He's imposing disadvantage on the attack.
Disadvantage. All right.
Yep.
The lower of the two rolls is a 12. Does a 12 hit?
Tie goes to roller.
Okay.
Damn it.
Hyena AC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
I
very good.
suppose.
But I mean, I'm taking half damage right now anyway, so.
So you're raging.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. This guy comes in with two swipes with his dagger, connecting both times. He's gonna hit for a 10 damage total.
Before reduction or after?
Before reduction. So
Okay, so 5.
yep.
Brandon, that temp hit point is fucking stupid, man.
Oh, at the start of your turn it comes back, but yeah.
Kyle, it is your turn.
So now you get
Okay.
those 4 back. You're back to 4.
Yeah.
It's like a recharging shield.
I redo damage then. Okay, there we go. My turn.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna bite him. Okay.
All right.
Ow.
That's really the only thing I can do right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. 19.
Launch his ass.
Hits. Roll damage.
Sweet. 2d6. Jesus Christ, I am rolling well right now. 9, 12. If this does end up killing him, non-lethal, please. 14 damage.
14. So it's not going to kill him,
Okay.
but you giant hyena teeth flashing, you go in for this bite, and you kind of see him do some like trickery with his dagger, trying to deflect your teeth. But just the crushing power of your teeth kind of overcomes it and just clamps onto not his arm this time, but kind of his like shoulder, making good deep contact. He is very fucked up right now.
Right.
Also,
Okay.
Nathan, roll me an intimidation check for the other bandits as you just iced Don.
Hey Kyle, did I ask how many temp hit points did I say? Did I say 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Nathan, I think you're just yeah.
Okay, 16 intimidation.
16.
16. Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good actually. One
Mhm.
second. Okay. As you can see, like the bandits, there's 5 now. 3 of them who are kind of in the front are picking up stones fairly calmly, but you notice a couple of their hands are shaking. The 2 in the back look at each other, look at Don's dead body, and just book it. Like going for the fucking fences, like, what the fuck is this shit? And that is one of the ones that is fairy fired. So they're both going to use their entire action to dash away. So now there are only 3 bandits slinging stones. But all
Alright.
3 of them are going for you, Nate.
For me?
Yep.
I'm behind cover, you said, right? Because Kyle didn't move.
Oh, that's full cover. Yeah, they can't shoot you. So they are going to go for
Sorry.
the giant hyena.
No, that's
So-
fair. No, I am fully expecting to get targeted. And I'm okay with that.
All right. Kyle, you see one of the sling stones come hot and heavy, dealing you 6 points of damage as it smacks into your head. You watch one of the other sling stones skip in between your feet, and the third sling stone you watch the bandit once again, Nathan, just kind of from your display of ferocity, looking a little shaky. He releases it a little too late and clocks his buddy in the head for 4 damage.
L.
Ratio.
Amateurs.
Bitters.
True. All right. I believe that is Chelsea.
Alrighty. So, big guy's still up, right?
Yep.
And he's looking rough.
Yep.
Can I do I get the sense that if he goes down, like there's people there that can like keep him from like permadeath, right?
You strongly suspect once the fighting stops, medics are gonna rush. It might be too late for Don, but this guy's probably a little stronger. You can
Okay.
also specify non-lethal damage.
Oh, but my whole thing was I don't want to specify non-lethal as long as I
Okay.
feel like that like
Yeah,
okay. Just,
it'll be a roll.
Living on the edge.
DM to player, it will be a roll.
That's fine.
But this guy has a better odds than poor Don back there.
Okay. It's fine. So yeah, I'm not gonna specify non-lethal.
All
right. Is that bad of me? No. I'm gonna cast Firebolt. Him. Ooh, that's a 22. So I have
That'll
a +7.
absolutely hit. Roll damage.
Stick.
Hey, you are attacking him, so it is technically an advantage, but
Ooh, so
If you
just
get
in
that
case I crit.
Tasty crit.
Nah, I rolled an 8.
Nah.
So
That's okay.
I know, like it would have been a 15. So with that, so and then damage. That is. Do I add anything to that, or is it just 1d10? It's just 1d10, right?
yeah, just 1d10.
6 damage.
6 damage. All right. So your firebolt streaks out and just kind of smacks him in that same place Kyle chomped into his shoulder.
Heck yeah, dude.
He is on his last legs. Like,
Sick. I'm going to. Is there any cover? Well, that would be an action to take cover when it. Well, I can move though.
yeah. If you move
At least you get half.
If you move directly behind Nathan's character, who's like using angles to like fight the crossbow, essentially using Kyle and the giant meathead as like cover, you can like conceivably like go behind Nathan and have like full cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
This
the giant
meathead's
hyena
big.
is a large creature, by the way.
Yeah. The giant
Stick.
hyena's big, and the meathead himself. He's not a large creature, but he's close. He's real close.
Sick.
Like,
Yeah.
he looks like one of those dudes whose like head is just a little sunken into his like shoulders a little bit.
And like his neck is like the same width as his head.
Yeah.
Looks like a thumb.
He's a chunky boy. Like, he probably has never missed a day at the gym in his life.
Perfect. Okay.
For all that's fucking helping him right now.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
my turn.
That
We only
is
have 3
going to
sorcery
be Brandon.
Uh,
We're level 3. We're not shaming anyone right now.
points.
I'm gonna draw my revolver. I'm just gonna take one of the slings in the back and shoot at
Do it.
him. Is a 16 gonna hit?
Sure. To be clear, are you shooting the ones running away, or are you shooting the
No.
ones who are still actively? Okay.
No, they're out. They're done. You know. it's
Okay. Cool. 16 absolutely hits.
And that's gonna be 13 points of damage.
How do you want to do it, Brandon?
I'm just gonna be like it's kind of like just a quick draw, just quick full pull. Like right before I pull, I'm like, those are some fun slings. This is mine, and I'll just square dead center. Same thing that happened to Don happens to the guy next to him, and we just made another one next to Don.
So
You didn't
very,
specify non-lethal either?
I didn't,
Okay,
because
okay.
I've never shot this thing that worked.
very Marty Robbins, very Marty Robbins, like Ranger with the big iron on his hip. You just draw and blast this guy. And the guy who is standing in front of Don in the middle of these two other guys just gets fucking crumpled and folded like a piece of paper as the sound loudest thunder just rips through the arena. Roll me a charisma check.
No, that's 5.
Five. So let's see.
So this. Can I explain what my 5 is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at my gun, and just go, and just start laughing to myself because I actually shot.
Yeah. But
That's what my 5 is.
everyone else is kind of like off looking at their own things, so they don't quite register where it's from. But yeah, it fucking worked, Brandon. It worked. All right. Do you got anything else?
It's Steel Defender will go.
Okay.
And once again, Steel Defender will just kind of. This time he'll go for the guy's fucking calf.
Okay.
And like try to scurry him up, scurry up him. That's cocked. There we go. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits. Roll damage.
My God, my Steel Defender's fucking cracked out of his mind. 10.
Honey badgers don't care.
God
He's
damn.
cracked.
All right.
He rolled max twice.
You all watch as kind of like this quick draw moment happens simultaneously. This honey badger just latches onto this dude's fucking leg and is just sitting there like ripping and tearing, not letting go, and just like back and forth, just like
Like you don't care,
it don't care. Seeing the honey badger, seeing the wounds he sustained, it is going to be his turn. And just hyena on his fucking shoulder, honey badger on his leg. The dagger clatters from this guy's hand, and in a choked voice.
That's what he
Fuck
said.
that. Fuck that. All right.
Death rattle.
In a choked voice, you hear him go, "Fuck you!" and go for your neck, Kyle. He's gonna try to grapple you and choke you.
Okay.
Giant hyena, bro.
Have fun, buddy.
I want you to know what I
Strength
did for him is
contest, yeah.
I rolled an intelligence check and he rolled a 2 minus 1.
Nice.
Chelsea.
God damn, dude.
The roll to surrender was a 5.
And homie didn't make it.
Do
Oh
you
my
need a strength
God.
contest, Mason, by the way?
Yeah, it's a strength contest. He is going to roll a 15.
What is this? 19. I didn't get to know the entire thing. 24.
24. Okay.
Because I have +2 on fucking. Oh, I not have advantage, so it could be higher. I need to know. No.
Roll it, because if you beat it by 10, something better happens.
No, it is a 3. No.
Oh, okay. He goes to like grab your neck and like put a chokehold on it. You just slip out. It's like, dude, you're trying to like choke a human. This is a hyena,
Yeah.
moron. Kyle, your turn.
I'm gonna bite him. Non-lethal damage, please, and thank you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
15 to hit.
15 will actually miss.
Okay.
You see him as you get real close. He just sucks your face. It doesn't do damage, but he's like
Yeah.
just deflecting it with his fist.
Okay. I don't have any bonus actions that I can do, so.
All right. It is going to be the 2 bandits left. Now with the roll.
Oh no.
Did you skip my turn, by the way?
I did. Yes, we should make you take a turn. Um, I just want to say these 2 bandits for their Constitution check. 1 in 400 chance. That's all.
Well, one of them's not going to be living to do it, so.
Yep, that's fine. Nathan, do your thing.
Yep. Aim my cross. Natural 1.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they will live.
Just goes off. Kyle, everybody roll me a perception check quick.
Myself included in that one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be ass. What's a fucking hyena?
Chelsea, stop copying me, damn it.
I typed it first, so really you're copying me.
Well, what was your roll for? I can't tell. You didn't put anything for it, so idiot. Got him.
19 for what, Brandon?
Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. Because it's so loud for me.
Okay, 19s. All right. So everybody sees, actually, Chelsea, Brandon, see this guy, just something clicks different in this bandit's head. You just see this male human look at this female human and just this kind of like look of resolution as this male whips out a scroll,
Motherfucker.
says an incantation, and you watch as 3 magic stones appear in his hand. And they are going to send all 3 of them at, or all 2 of them rather, at Kai. Da-da.
Do I have any idea, like, what kind of spell they're...
Give me an Arcana check.
That is a 17.
17. Yeah. He just cast Magic Stone.
What does that do? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not much, but.
It essentially gives you 3 pieces of magical ammunition that are pebbles.
Oh, okay.
So what you would glean from that is this guy doesn't have any inherent magic, but some bit of fortitude in him. He's like, I gotta try to win this fight. So he cast a cantrip level spell scroll.
Yeah.
which by the look on his face and the look that's happening, he thinks it's like his ace in the hole. Like this is what I got. Kyle, he's gonna hit you for the pair of them are gonna hit you for 14 magic damage.
Okay, so yeah, 14. I can't half that since it's magic, so.
Nope.
Don't forget about the 4 temp. The 4 temporary hit points you have. I don't know if you used those yet. Oh, Nathan, I said temp, and so you probably heard 10. There it is. We found it. We got there.
Gotcha.
And Kyle, seeing as it didn't take you down, you just see a little fear in this guy's eyes. He's like, he was pretty sure that should fucking work.
I'm looking a little beat up, yeah.
It is going to be Chelsea's turn.
Oh boy. I kinda... We're gonna try Mind Sliver again.
Go ahead.
On the big bad boy. He's gotta make a spell save. Intelligence, 15. That's the DC. I swear to God. I swear to God. No.
Chelsea, how do you want to do it?
Yes. Okay. So she's just you'll see she gets this, like, her face pretty much, like, her facial expression stays pretty much neutral almost all the time. But since that first spell missed on this guy, you saw just this frustration and anger in her eyes. And so she's just been targeting him. So she's going to try Mind Sliver again. So you see her just narrow in on him. And you see this spike of really dark purple energy shoot out at him. And yeah, I suppose I should roll damage. Oh wait, you said how you want to do it. But yeah, and it just goes directly like right into his temple. And you see, yeah, the anguish on his face before he
Absolutely, exactly as you described. And those of you, Kyle, locked in Mortal Kombat with this guy, you see the look on this guy's face, like he's been fighting in a blind rage this entire time. As that honey badger is locked onto his leg, you can see this look of like, oh fuck, I might die here, and like an appreciation for his own mortality, a little momentary
Jesus
wisdom and
Christ.
intelligence, like coming into his eyes, like the realization, like, I didn't think I would die. I'm the main character. Like, I can't die here. And just as he has this,
not in our
like,
campaign.
just like as he has this intellectual awakening, his head snaps back, and he just crumbles dead on the ground.
Question:
Fun.
Are death saving throws like saving throws? Because also when you get hit by this, they subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Jesus.
I would say by the wording on that, normally not how I would rule, but yes, he'll take a minus d4.
Is that something I roll?
Sure.
Because I rolled a 4.
Okay, he'll take a minus 4 in his death save. Chelsea, as you do that, you watch him crumble. Also very distinct is Steel Defender has not let go of this guy's leg and is just still like ripping and tearing.
Wait a minute. That could but if you take damage while you're down, isn't that
I'm saying thematically he's still.
Oh, okay.
He's still going down.
Because I'm like, wait a minute.
The damage was his bite, but he's just locked on being a nuisance right now.
Got it.
Just hasn't reoriented.
Like
that is going to be Brandon's turn. There are 2 bandits standing fast.
I'll look at the one that cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
And just make eye contact with my revolver. I'll just move my revolver to him. Shall we continue?
There's a steely look in this motherfucker's eye that is echoed in the woman across from him's eyes. Like, if you want to give me an intimidation check, give me an intimidation check.
Even after witnessing, like, the magic we can do? Wow.
Oh, wow. 17. 19 minus 2.
You see him think about it for a second. And his hand starts going for another stone.
I will.
Dumbass motherfucker.
Shoot a shot off. Can I specify? I don't want like non-lethal. I want to give him a chance, but I don't want him to be unharmed. You know, I want him to like fight for it, kind of thing.
Okay. So like, do you want to like gut shot him so it's non-lethal?
Yeah, and I want him to like. Because I don't want to like. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Because I don't want to spare him because then he looks like a bitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to outright kill him because I'd be sad. So I want to give him a chance.
Let's say you're aiming for his stomach with roll me a medicine check actually
I'm actually okay at that.
to determine where
14.
14. You think if you shoot him in the stomach, he'll have a chance. You'll still do full damage, but
Yeah.
like a couple of the dwarves have like had explosions there before, and like
He can take it.
they live for a while.
He can take it.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually might not hit. 14.
Hits, roll damage.
That's cocked on there. Oh, it's still the same thing. 10.
Just as you described, you fast shot this guy in the stomach, and you see him like double over and just and like blood is spurting from his mouth as he collapses into the dirt.
I'll come out a better man if he lives this, so that's good.
It is Nathan's turn. There is one still there, and she is fucking standing strong.
So there is one mercenary left.
There is one mercenary left. She did take some damage, but she is just as the other guy was. She's reaching for the guy's magic stone that was like in his hand, that he was like getting ready to load in his sling.
I am not going to attack this turn, but I am going to walk up slowly to her. I'm going to use thaumaturgy to boom my voice 3 times as loud, and I'm going to say, "Put the pebble down."
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Thank you.
Get her done, Phil.
I'm not good with intimidation, so I'm glad it's at advantage.
Hey, I got a 17, so.
Okay, 17.
17. All right.
You're just twinning
She's
everyone tonight, Brandon.
She's gonna roll a wisdom save. She's got
Yep.
a flat 0.
What
It's
is it,
going to
Nathan?
die tonight.
She doesn't stop moving towards the pebble.
Oh my god.
You've made a great mistake. And that's an action, so
That's true.
I'm good. That's true, and you used it to make a persuasion check. Do you have a bonus action or anything?
well, because I used action for thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking-
No useful bonus actions.
Nathan, the look in this woman's eye is fucking steely as she nods to you, who you don't have a crossbow raised. Like, it's up, you could shoot her, but she nods to you, and you just see this look of like a deep resolve. She loads her sling and chucked it at Kyle.
I was just gonna say, actually, was I close enough to use all of my movement speed to walk right up in her business?
How much movement speed do you got?
30.
30.
And I was behind Kyle.
You would be about 5 feet away from her.
I'm gonna get as close as I can, and I'm gonna get in the way.
She is gonna nod to you, and there's this look of respect in her eyes, and she's gonna use her movement to sidestep
Yep.
and just send it at Kyle.
Hell, Kyle.
Why him and not me? She said,
Because I'm
"Fuck
a
that guy in
giant
particular."
fucking hyena.
I don't know. I killed 2 of her friends.
I
right next
ran
to her.
up. I know we've all done some bad
All right.
things.
you see her pick up this magic stone and just coldly like walk over the dead like bodies of like the guy who had like steps over the body of the guy who had the stone. She looks at Don's body as she's loading the sling and just walking slowly, just woo, 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 and hits Kyle for 6 magic damage.
Mm.
I'm still up, baby.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Pog.
You
Pog, I was here, Pog.
Kyle, it is your turn. And you see her sling pouch is out of pellets.
How far away is she?
20 feet.
Perfect. So hyenas don't have a charge, but can I just sprint at her and run into her to knock her over?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Give me
We'll do that.
a. It'll be an opposed athletics. You roll with advantage.
Cool. This. I don't know why I did it like that. It's going to be a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, you knock her ass to the ground. Her sling goes tumbling. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm just gonna put a paw on her chest so she can't do anything more.
Paw on her chest, snarling hyena mouth near her throat. You just see the look of defeat in her eyes. And she, you kind of saw her like grabbing for sand to throw at you, and she just like full releases and just hands off. Looks pissed about it, but she is surrendered.
Yeah. Once combat's over, I'm gonna drop.
Combat is effectively over. Medics are going to rush onto the field.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll drop wild shape and then go heal the big dude in the middle with healing word. I believe I have.
Okay. It was
Cure
2
wounds.
rounds.
Don't forget that -4.
Oh, I know he failed the death save because of it. Oh. I lost a D4, which is dangerous.
Ooh.
Kyle, you go to healing words, this guy, and as you kind of look at him, you just get the sense of he's not there. He's gone. But this skinny guy who Brandon gut shot is still breathing.
I'll cure wounds him since I'm close.
You do not waste the spell slot, Kyle. You innately know, like, as you kind of look at it, it's the death pallor. It's like,
Okay.
he's gone.
Okay,
Because
I kind of
Chelsea,
Did I make him roll a nat 1? Or what?
You 100%. So he rolled a 13.
Oh,
Which
okay.
was the deciding roll. Was his first roll, and he died.
Had you done 3 at that point then, or?
So he did 1 for the first round.
Yeah.
1 for the second round, which was a nat 1.
That's what I was wondering. Like someone rolled.
So if he had hit the 13 and hit the nat 1 without Chelsea's thing, he'd still be up, and then he rolled the nat 20, which would have stabilized him.
Jesus Christ.
But combat is over. The healers kind of rush in. Brandon, you healing words the guy, or cure wounds the guy you shot in the stomach. You don't even have to roll. You pretty much bring him back up, and he just kind of.
And he just has like my glassed eyes, just like looking at him. I gave you a chance.
I know. I appreciate that. What's your name?
I'm Calgus. And you are?
Calgus?
Yeah, I'm Calgus.
Lyra. And he'll extend his hand.
I'll pick him up. Lyran.
How far can you lift him up?
Yeah, not very. Like it's more like I bring him up to a knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like boom, and he kind of like kneels, and he's like, "Oh fuck." You see the kind of mark on his neck, kind of like glowing, and it looks kind of like a 3-prong, like handprint, and you just see it kind of like glow harder red. Like before, it was like a light, like a smack. Now it's almost like a crimson, like wine mark.
Well, I know what that means. Can I do Arcana?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
8.
It means he just got stronger, probably. Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Oh, probably because he filled it to the end, kind of thing. Like he followed what he was supposed to do till the end. I get it.
Oh.
I
But
see.
yeah. The combat is over. Artie's kind of looking. It looks like you guys were actually the last ones to finish your combat. the 6 fighters around the stone golem are just scattered to the wind. And he looks fine. There's another couple of groups, couple of dwarves, couple of elves, which there's a lot of tension in that group, but they seem more or less fairly okay. And then there is a third group of a couple of humans and halflings, and they just got their shit wrecked. Like, none of them are dead, but like they're all beat up and bloody, and the bandits are kind of laughing. It doesn't seem like any of them are terribly upset about the deaths of Don or one of their leaders. So just kind of is where it is.
Ripped on.
Ripped on.
Rest in
I
peace.
remember, I'm gonna go up to Artie
Mhm.
and say, we didn't kill all of them. So you're welcome.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And honestly, and as he's kind of like blathering on, everybody roll me a perception check.
I don't like that.
I'm back myself, so I can actually use my mods. Yay.
Eh. I wanted to type after Nathan. I'm really cute. 9/11.
It would have been cute.
11, 22, 16. Kyle and Chelsea. Nathan, you're kind of helping some of the bandits up. You're
talking to
shooting
Artie.
your crossbow bolts. But yeah, Brandon, you're talking to Artie. But Kyle and Chelsea, Menos is a very sunny place, but suddenly cloud just kind of goes over the sun. Looking off into the distance, maybe 50, 60 feet away, you see a figure dragging 2 bodies marching towards the center dais. As it gets closer, it's an imposing figure, a Saurian man with a sharp face, similar scales to Artie, kind of like that half scale look, but a sharp jaw, beautiful crimson, a beautiful crimson eye, and a blue eye. And kind of like Artie, he's got feathers, but his feathers go all the way down and are pulled into a ponytail that goes down the length of his back. At his side is a beautiful obsidian blade, and in his hands are the decapitated bodies of the 2 bandits that ran.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, how
That's
many
what I-
bandits ran? Fuck, dude.
Mason just guillotined people, and he's upset at us for wanting
Guillotine, guillotine.
This man, clad in tall black leather boots, a beautiful flowing, like kind of like blue military uniform, not in any way gaudy, but very minimalistic, very worn, very used, but in that way that it's fitted very nicely, but very clearly he works in it as opposed to just being dressed in it, which is weird for Storians. Very slight frame, maybe 5'6", 5'7", just walks past you, seemingly unencumbered by the 2 bodies he's dragging. And before he makes it to the dais, throws each body 10 feet onto it right in front of Artie and just steps onto it. Artie, this entire time, the boy was pale. He's very nervous. It's clear that this is not his element. If the color hadn't left his face before, now his face is just pure white paper. And he kind of stutters and he stammers and he's like, this is a, without missing a beat, in a voice very silky smooth, the man will say, my name is Lord Veliasi. I apologize for my servant's cowardice. Kind of looking at the 2 dead bodies. I have a question for all of you. Who's the strongest here? As he kind of surveys the entire group. Your group kind of bloody, the halfling and the humans very fucked up. The dwarves and the elves he lingers on for a second, and then his eyes slot to the golem. In that kind of same silky smooth voice, he just goes, who would like to wager me versus the golem?
I'll bet
Oh,
man.
How I was gonna say, how much
with-
money do I have on
I'm a
me?
bet man. Let's go.
Without once, like, it seemed like a rhetorical question as he kind of like walked away, and it seems like Artie, the implication was Artie will be dealing with the bets. And in a voice loud enough that the entire group can hear. And Nathan, you probably suspect he's using thaumaturgy. He goes, Golem, 2,000 coins if you can hit me. The golem will kind of creak and groan, and you hear gold, silver, copper. Question. Man just kind of looks at him regardingly. Platinum. Do we have a deal? The golem will nod, and you just see this thing wind back and a boulder come off its fist.
That's dope.
And this man sidesteps it. In a flash, this guy's rapier is out. At no point is it discernible when it came out of its sheath. And in another flash, the blade is buried into the golem's chest. And the fight is over.
He's
Yep.
the main character.
Fuck.
It's him.
That is him.
That is him.
Do you know how bad?
Um,
If he was gonna offer money for hitting him, just cast magic missile, dude. Good luck dodging magic missile.
Striding away, this guy walks, and for a moment, you all kind of expect the golem to get up because it kind of felt like our first blood type of situation. It stays stock still.
Oh no.
Man gets up on the dais, and he said, "As I said, my name is Belai Ossi. I am the sole proprietor and leader of the House of Ossi. This is my nephew, Artorius Ossi. You will listen to him. He will be a good guild leader for you. And if you don't, just remember." He outstretches his hand. The obsidian black blade materializes into it, and the golem crumbles. You are all disposable. As he sheaths the blade and walks out of the arena.
Hexblade on her hands.
I have some words for him.
Do you want to say something to him as he's leaving?
No, I mean it's more of like a political word to him, but that's a whole different subject matter.
Okay, understandable. Artie still looks pale, but
Calling him Marty.
he will kind of clap his hands together and he'll be like, it was an obstacle course, and I designed it, and I was pretty proud of it. But yeah,
So does this mean that we win?
you can kind of see Artie is still kind of like shocked. He's like, yeah. I'll show any of you who are interested to your accommodations. You can already see the halfling and the humans have fucked right off, and only a couple of the elves and dwarves are left.
My character's just gonna call it. Do I get to fight more things?
Artie will kind of smile and just rub his eyes and be like, if I can assure you of nothing else, I can assure you of that.
Perfect.
What?
I'm in.
There's plenty of work to be done. Artie will kind of motion and lead you guys away. He leads you to a pretty, think like a pretty standard fantasy tavern. Um, the windows are boarded. There's a bar in the center with no booze. There are no glasses. Tables are overturned. Chairs are dusty. There's a second floor with some rooms that are Spartan, furnished very Spartanly. Not much bed, table, wash basin. And the back area, there is kind of a training area with cobbles that have been overgrown with weeds and are kind of disgusting. And he'll just kind of welcome home. Um, and you see the last of the elves and the dwarves just turn and leave.
Nice. It's just us.
Not true. There is a human male and female in raggedy clothes and with slings.
Now, we
They're
have
there.
the power here.
Oh, the two that survived, right?
Yep.
Our fight. Okay.
We have the power here to completely fuck Mason's campaign by walking out the door.
You do. And that's an option you can make.
I'm not going to do that, but
Vina will just ask, do I have to stay here to
No, these are
okay.
accommodations that are provided. And as the members and RD space kind of falls a little more as you've realized the group has gotten smaller. As you members bring in coin and jobs are done, I fully intend to furnish this place better and make it more homely. But no, you do not have to stay here. And the one thing you all notice that is the only new piece of furniture is a very nice board with tons and tons of listings on it for jobs.
Oh heck yeah. Right.
How tall is the board?
8 feet tall.
I'm going to grab a chair and turn it over,
Like-
and then
like-
stand onto the chair to go look at the at the board.
To be clear, it is floor to ceiling.
Oh, okay. I still
So-
need the chair to see the top.
Yep, understandable. Understandable.
No,
are
I
you
was-
willing to let me pick you
I was
up?
about to, can I go to the closet and go upsies? Eh.
If you do that in character, I will go with it.
Are you going upstairs?
No.
Puppies.
Happy. No, I'll just take the chair and go set up the chair. And just kind of start reading. It's like, we'll need money to start, so we got to do some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll just start.
Yeah, of course. Roll me an investigation check.
I'm good at this.
So there's
21.
no liquor at the
Roll me an investigation
I would
check.
say,
Okay.
like, I would also be interested in liquor.
that's an 11 on that.
Do I notice them looking? Like around
You
the
do.
bar?
You would notice them, yeah.
I'm gonna pull the bottle of dwarven ale out of my
Fuck yeah.
backpack
Fuck
and
yeah.
put it. I'll turn tables down and put it on the table,
I will.
along with whatever like ones I grab off of the board, whatever listings I grab.
And what was for the board? Looking at the board, what check was that?
Investigation.
That was
got a 21.
investigation as well?
Yeah, but you are actively looking for liquor.
Okay.
I got a
Well, I
21 on the
rolled
board.
Okay.
Wait, what? You got a 21 for the board?
Yes.
21, good. And then what was the highest investigation check for liquor?
That would be Chelsea's.
11.
I got a 5.
It's a good thing I'm busy looking for liquor because then I rolled another one for the board and rolled a nat one. So like
All right. As you're kind of looking for liquor, you see Artie pull up a chair, and just kind of sigh and sitting across from you guys. Very not the noble demeanor you might expect from a Saurian. Typically, Saurians are elitist, We are better. The other species are below us. This guy just seems kind of dejected and defeated, and like maybe life hasn't been so good to him. He notices you guys looking for liquor, and he goes, well, this was okay. He notices you guys looking for liquor, and he'll pull out a bottle from his own pack, and he'll be like, "This was, I was saving this for my graduation, but since that'll never happen, um, here, the first bottle at the Moon Harbor's estate. Um, it is a bottle of deep red wine in a gilded bottle with gold leaf and diamonds encrusted into the top of it.
Goddamn.
Anybody who wants to give me an Arcana check, may.
Oh, fuck.
Sure.
Absolutely, I will.
Actually, I'm not looking at the booze. I'm looking at the board.
I rolled a 19 on that Arcana.
17.
I'll just straight tell you DC 18.
Heck yeah, dude.
I mean, if I'm rolling, I got a 20. Mod 20.
Okay.
But I'm over at the board, so I don't know if you'll.
Yeah, no, you're at the board. You're doing
Yeah.
something else. So Kyle, you know it's very fancy, and this bottle, just being in the pits, like you can gauge when things are expensive. Yeah, this bottle's fucking nuts, crazy nuts expensive. Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
this is a bottle of Heroes Feast wine. And Artie will kind of dejectedly look at all of you and be like, "Welcome to the Moon Harbor. I look forward to working with all of you."
So
And that's where we-
clarification.
Mhm.
Heroes, what does that mean? Heroes
It is
Feast wine?
wine imbued with the 6th level spell Heroes Feast.
What is that spell? I forget.
Holy fuck.
A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poisons, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10 and gains the same number of hit points. The benefits last for 24 hours.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Artie will look at all of you and be like, "Welcome to Moon Harbor. Let's get to work." And that is where we
Yeah.
would have ended session, but Brandon rolled a 21 on investigation check. So,
True. I would also like
Mhm.
so I would like to pull down the ones of interest and like start clearing off a table and start just like so I'm assuming the table and chairs are in shit condition.
like, they're not like shitty, they're just very plain. Like, it's wooden
Oh.
chairs, wooden tables strewn across the area.
So nothing
like,
that
you
needs
can-
to be mended.
No, nothing that needs to be fixed.
'Kay.
The 10 jobs, 10 of them, of note that you find are an artifact lost. An archaeologist is hiring people to go find it. A haunted mansion,
Nathan's
Okay,
character will want that.
a portal to the Feywild that is unexpectedly opened, and they want closed. A reported curse of a werewolf in a goblin village to the north. There is one that simply says, "Come be a pirate."
Brandon, we missed our chance last time.
We did.
We missed our
it's-
chance last
We
time.
missed the chance last time. We went to the
Um,
festival instead.
And then there is a lost expedition that went missing east of the city. And then a missing heirloom. So different than the archaeological dig one. This is a rich Saurian is missing a family heirloom and would like assistance finding. So those are the jobs of note. There are also lesser jobs, monster hunting jobs. There are, kind of stupid little cheap jobs, but those were the highest paying and most interesting.
Are there any of those that I would want to avoid for reasons?
Sure. The missing
Say, "Be a
heirloom.
pirate, I'm gonna kill someone."
The missing heirloom could put you into contact with some very savory people and very unsavory people. It just depends on who it is.
Okay.
But considering they posted the quest to an adventurers board, probably okay. It's probably not one of
Okay.
the major things,
Okay.
but might provide you with more context.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, there's also a report of a cursed artifact.
Is it a bone, perhaps?
It is not a. It is not a bone.
Oh, actually, we destroyed that. Never mind.
Brandon, it was a bone that made you into a lich. I don't think we can destroy it. Well, like fully, you know.
Yeah, we tried.
Does this, as far as timeline goes,
Mhm.
so this is after your guys, the first one that I wasn't a part of, right?
This is after both.
Oh, it's after both of them?
Because, well,
So
actually, we don't
it-
fully know.
Yeah. So DM to players, because that's where I'm gonna call session as you guys are deciding what the next thing you want to do is.
Mhm.
Timeline wise, this is after the campaign of Wartburg
Mm-hmm.
and happening simultaneously to the events of Athens.
Remember pocket dimensions from Final Flame?
Yep, the pocket dimension from Final Flame is happening simultaneously as this.
Well, okay, so Kyle, I think I know what the Army of the Undead is. So I just have a feeling that maybe someone may have caused that.
That someone being our DM and not,
Not
doing math
understanding
correctly.
how corpse flowers are made and how they do things.
Exponential multiplication is terrifying.
But Brandon, we missed our chance last time to go and be pirates.
Okay, but we can't just leave the guild. Like, we have to.
Pirates, Brandon.
God,
We missed our chance.
it's true. It's true.
There are a lot of decisions to be made. Questions, comments, major moral dilemmas.
I'm gonna convince Artie to sell that bottle of wine. Because apparently we're fucking broke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're fucking broke, but yeah.
Okay, the guild is broke. Don't bring me into this. You are we now. Commune. We are
This is a
communists
commune.
now.
no, man.
I am
Also,
literally
I-
from a commune.
Vina's
need
going.
you to
Vina's
know-
going back to her freaking house, and
Yeah.
like fucking up, going back
Aren't
to
you-
writing her.
Aren't you special to have a place to go?
So I got another fight for you.
Oh, let's go fight ghosts or a werewolf.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I want to make some connections, dude.
Yeah, get higher ups.
I want to go find cursed artifacts so I can
Not
willy
again.
nilly
No.
attune to
There it
them.
is.
Yeah.
There it is.
We're level 10, but let's just. Wow,
No,
this guy.
we were level 1.
Oh yeah, we were level 1, and we're beating the shit out of a guy who goes down and then keeps getting the fuck back up. Yeah, I'm attuned to that object, and he had nothing behind his eyes. Let's
Hey,
attune to the object.
hey,
My
listen
goal
here.
is I want to get some dirt on some. Like I want to have some powerful people owe me a favor. It's like
I need to show off. That's my main thing. Is I'm showing off.
Mhm.
That's it.
Hey, bitch.
Remember,
All right.
remember from My Hero, the girl during the sports event who fights Ida, and the only thing she does is shows off her tech on Ida.
Yeah.
That's me.
Honest to God, I really like that character.
She's honestly super fun. But no, that's me.
I need to go to the restroom, but then if people want to play games for a little bit, I would be willing to do that.
Sure.
I
I'm down.
would appreciate that.
I am also doing homework now at the same time.